Boston. On the year, 22nd start, 4-9 record. The ERA very respectable at a 3-point.
Stumbled through it for a while. They've lost 9 of the last 13. So this is a. Take a look now at the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. What do you have, Paul? And let's do it here in the Bronx. Swung on and fouled off, and we're
swing at the first pitch.
No,
I mean, he comes from the on-deck circle almost with a leg kick.
I was just thinking.
Jumps a pitcher early. The 0-1. Line drive, base hit, down the left.
Well, Springer's a good player. There's no doubt about it. He's a 4-time. It's just like a little mediocre 4-seam fastball with no movement. And then
turns around. You have a better chance of getting another at bat as a number 2 batter than you do the number 3. Guerrero Jr. New manager John Schneider has moved him up. He's hitting .333. So John is the interim manager. He had 4 seats right around the Trenton area. So I'm sure.
Trying to get back in it. 10 games out behind the Yankees in the AL East. At the Blue Jays, they got to be kicking themselves a little bit. The Yankees have been struggling, but they've been struggling.
There's a strike. Bill Welke, the home plate umpire. Junior Valentine. Right back to Montas. Checks the runner back. Flips to first one. Bill Welke, what he's all about, he's pitcher friendly. More outside strikes, more low strikes.
Friendly, but looking back, he was one of the guys that you felt like you could at least have a comp.
Soft ground ball is short. Springer advances to third. Throw to
early in this game, getting in the hands some of the right-handed hitters for Toronto.
Quick outs to get out of this inning and give up nothing, which would be a huge thing.
And Kirk takes high. Among American League catchers, first in WAR. Average OPS third. Jose Trevino. There's a strike.
You talk about cheer. So broke the ice.
6-1 over the Orioles yesterday. And come to the Orioles, the pesky Orioles. Who would have ever thunk it?
No, we haven't.
Strike 3. 90 Yankees coming to bat. Now let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup that will come up against.
Just finished up his warm-up tosses. 24th start, 8-5 record, but the ERA at 5.
Mr. Barrios, Yankee starting lineup brought to you by brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. They're third in baseball.
Pitchers in the American League. His ERA is the highest in the league. Batting average against, highest in the league.
And the pitch to LeMahieu. And there's a strike. Came off the bench last night, saw a pitch. And
the Yankees look for the fastball and stay away from the curveball against Barrios. And
the 0-2. Well, the chop to first. With the hop, Guerrero beats. Has not been what they expected. There's a strike to Judge. But against Barrios, 8 for 17 with 2 home runs. And the run that he scored was his 500th career run. And that's just in Major League history. They reached 200 home runs and 500 runs scored. Fastest ever. But moving forward, we ought to be a little suspicious. 1-2 on deck. The 1-2.
The plate, not even challenging. You've seen this at bat. After 3
here. One guy in the lineup. We're not going to let him beat us, and that's Aaron Judge. So Anthony, more pitches to hit.
Just amazed me, Paul. It almost looked like a check swing. He almost took it to the warning track.
See that front hip totally out of the swing. That's nothing but just a bit.
Obviously, all the attention to Donaldson. But Rizzo's home run was 28 home runs for Rizzo. And that one, Rizzo almost on the Grand Concourse.
Nothing over. Shaded the other way. Rizzo To me, he's kind of a pull hitter until he gets too.
So Josh Donaldson gets a nice hand as he walks up to the plate. But an ultimate walk-off grand slam is a grand slam that's hit when you're down by 3. Waved at that pitch. 0-2. Ultimate grand slam.
Never. I learned something new every time I sit next to you.
You know what? I keep a pen and pad handy here because Michael usually gives me a new word or two every broad.
Swing and a miss. Donaldson down on StatCast 3D, brought to you by Gundez.
Of himself in his first start in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, it's all immediately. Always, it seemed like that meant he was confident he was going to. They've got what they need to get me out.
There's a base hit to left field.
And is one of the really good hitters in the American League, and I don't know that he gets enough.
Trevino behind the plate is going to recognize that, Paul, and next time you see him call that pitch.
Used to seeing him at the top of the order. Foul ball.
Well, John Snyder.
1-2. There's 6. As Bichette down on strikes.
Fingers meant to be thrown. As a hitter, you see the arm.
And if
that was their life back then, in the old kids' playroom, and then they'd figure out who
loose on the days that he starts, and you know
that one is ripped to left field. Second is Chapman, and he's safe.
The tag wasn't put into play.
Great slot.
He took a long time to get to second base, and the Yankees almost got him.
The left kind of sneaked the right in there. A great slide by Chapman.
Back in at the corners. So Meredith, you were rudely in.
I can't imagine what they're going to be in the Bronx.
Swing and a miss. That's going to get a run in. Chapman gets into a run. It's an RBI for Espinal, and the Blue Jays have a lead, 1-0.
Just giving up 1 run. You know, this is a good play. All of a sudden now you don't have a runner in scoring position.
921 hits in that time. Versatile. The 2-0. 3-0 on Merrifield. Springer. Montas deals. Inside, didn't come close. Merrifield walks on 4 talk with his pitcher.
This might be what you were talking about, Paul.
They have the best batting average in baseball, 4th best on base percentage, 4th best. Let me give you a quick scouting report on what the Blue Jays are about. Offense 18th, the relief pitching ERA 3.73. That's 12, so that's not too bad. 1-0. He had been out for the last. Line drive down the left field line. It is.
Well, you'd have to say the split finger is 50-50 so far.
Saved the Yankees a couple runs right there.
Line drive into center field. Springer picks up an RBI single, and it's 2-0 Toronto.
Pitch selection or where it is. All down and away. Springer just does a good job of putting another split finger, and really not a bad pitch, just off the end of the bat.
Had a 22-game hitting streak. High fly ball. It is a 3-run home run for Guerrero, and it is a 5-0.
What Vlad has done his whole career. He hits home runs. He drives in runs. Vlad, one of those hitters to start in the second.
And we talkers,
I mean, capable of hitting 300, capable. He led the league last year in home run.
the Yankees going, and here it's 5-0 in the second inning, and his players have come in here and put a 5 spot up on the board early.
Pitch to Gurriel. Well, after last night's
Keeps coming at you. You got to make pitches.
It's a flat-out good hitter.
Two and two. 2-2. Still. Benintendi takes charge and puts it away. But the Blue Jays put a 5 spot on the.
I want to make sure they can all see me.
Just an incredibly pit. He wanted them to be able to see him. He didn't back down and say that.
Here, right? You're the New York Yankee manager. Paul, you're a New York Yankee player. You're going to hear.
And they're the greatest fans in the world. And, you know, they come to the ballpark.
Thing about players being booed as Benintendi goes down on a string. He gave a great example, and not on the Yankees. He said the guy across town, and it's made him what he is. So it's strange. I mean, obviously
across, getting rid of it quick and getting Torres by a step.
Here's Cabrera looking for his first big league hit. AAA. 1-1.
Body doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
When you're nervous, it just doesn't work well.
Strike 3.